This is Business World News. On today's show, we see how the oil industry adapts to the changing global economy and adopts high technology in their fight against alternative energy sources. And we peek into the mind of a genius and explore the world of organic intelligence and its ability to revolutionize the way we search for information on the World Wide Web. We then take a tour in the fantasy land that is Las Vegas, Nevada, and see how vacationers are actually able to own a piece of the famous Las Vegas Strip. And finally, we visit a giant in the world of information technology and go one-on-one with its chief visionary, David Wright. Business World News with your host, Mario Machado and Penny Griego, plus Mark Bedore, Janelle Caudill, Rick Chavez, Pat Matthews, and Karina Rusk. From our studios in Hollywood, this is Business World News.
Hello, thanks for joining us on the second special episode of our Millennium Series. I'm Mario Machado.
I'm Penny Griego. In this broadcast, we've carefully selected 4 companies we think are well poised to meet the challenges and demands their industries will inevitably face as our world adjusts to a changing business culture, heavily influenced by technology, especially the internet. The oil and gas industry is one of the oldest and most basic industries that provides the fuel upon which economic growth is built in the developed world. It is responsible for 4% of the U.S. GDP and is the one industry that can bring the global economy to its knees if it wants to. When prices for oil and gas fluctuate, as they have in the last 18 months, the telltale signs are all over Wall Street. But what role is technology playing in this age-old industry? Some experts say that it has played a substantial role in exploration and development activities in the industry. But how is technology going to affect the entire oil world as we transition into the new millennium? What will the new breed of oil exploration and production companies bring to the marketplace as they shift and adjust their strategies to a volatile world economy looking for new and more economic forms of energy?
With the recent price increases in the oil sector, we have been taken on a roller coaster ride with gas prices at the pump. As the worldwide demand for oil increases and as tensions continue between Middle Eastern nations, fluctuations in gas prices are inevitable. Recent mega mergers have changed the outlook of the future of this industry. When we decided to investigate the oil sector, selecting the company best positioned to meet the challenges of its industry was a challenge in itself. But we did find one. Its name, Adair International. Barrett Mason takes us into the heart of a corporation that allows us a rare peek into a world of a privileged few. Barrett?
Thanks, Mario. As the global economy expands, it needs more energy, which leads us to today's story with Adair International, who plans to meet those needs with energy development projects on a worldwide basis. Adair believes that expanding energy requirements can be met, even in third world countries, with environmentally sound projects.
This is the trend for the new millennium. I mean, the trend for diversification is essential, especially in the power generation market. Most of the power plants that were built previously were coal-fired power plants, nuclear power, and natural gas is the most environmentally friendly fuel available. There are no more coal-fired plants that I know of being constructed. Nuclear plants are not being constructed. The hydroelectric facilities, some of the dams are being decommissioned in the Northwest. So this creates a void where we need natural gas-fired power plants in the United States. So it necessitates an oil and gas company becoming an energy company, and that's our goal.
Although fluctuating based on global economic cycles, the price of oil has been quite unaffected by the varying levels of recession in the early 90s. If one factors in 20 years of inflation, today's price of oil is at a 24-year low. Led by China, the third world's appetite for petroleum is increasing at a furious rate. And as consumerism reaches full frenzy around the globe, that demand is likely to grow exponentially. Mr. Alghani, how have you adjusted to the technology revolution, and how has it affected your enterprise?
The impact in the last decade has been very substantial in the industry. From a corporate profile and communicating with our shareholder base, it's very important in our eyes that they are also carrying the same journey as current as we can. We will share a lot of detailed projects with them on the website. We have interactive online cameras that on sites when we're drilling. A lot of the technology will really help us, and we're quite fortunate that the technology is here to communicate with our shareholders.
Mr. Alghani, as a veteran in the banking world, you must have an astute grasp of global economic trends. What's your forecast for the world economy in the next 10 years?
I believe there are some fundamentals that happened in the last 30 years of our life. One is that the whole globe, with Reaganomics, opened up privatization in a lot of sectors of the industry in countries where markets were not open. Two is emerging markets are really vital to our business in the States. With all this expansion, the world needs energy. One of the things that are very close to my heart is also the environment, what we can do with it. Having natural gas power plant built around the planet to satisfy the need of the next generation, that is so important for us.
Mr. Adair, could you paint a picture for us of Adair International as a major force to be reckoned with in the energy sector?
We've laid the foundation for this company to be a major independent company. We like to use the leading edge technology that's available, and we feel we've laid the foundation to do this. I think that's going to be a trend to where formerly horizontal drilling was maybe used in this specific type structures, but it's going to be used more readily throughout the world in the new millennium.
It's been predicted that by the year 2010, demand may be as high as 95 million barrels per day and could likely push prices up as producers scramble to feed even busier gas pumps around the globe. Additionally, the need for environmentally sound growth will continue to look to the producer of natural gas for several decades until alternative energy sources can be developed and brought to market at competitive prices. With the advent of increased developments by NASA in research and execution of their space programs, the fuel and energy needs to support these programs would increase triple-fold by the year 2020. As such, Adair International has sought to capitalize on these continuing opportunities by joint venturing with oil-producing and research entities capable of merging their efforts with Adair International's needs. In Houston, Texas, I'm Barrett Mason with Business World News.